The position I am applying for today is Chief of Police of the town of Aire, New Mexico.
At what point in the process do I get the gun?
Probably the day one.
Do I get a taser as well?
Yes.
Can I carry 2 guns instead?
That'll be your option.
As many of you know, my mama's been trying to kick me out. 38 years old, and I've been living in my mom's basement quite a while. Mom told me, you don't get out and fill out some job applications, you's out. I said, Mom, I don't know. I ain't never applied for no job. The position I am applying for today is Chief of Police of the town of Aire, New Mexico.
So the truth is, a lot of people don't know this, but I haven't always been an unsuccessful YouTuber. I actually used to be an unsuccessful Twitch streamer. So my mom was gonna kick me out of the house if I didn't get a job, and I didn't know what kind of work to do. And so I asked my mom, I said, you know, Mom, what do you think I'd be good at? And my mom was like, well, you're a real piece of shit, so maybe you should become a cop. I didn't know how to read and write. And I said, Mom, don't you think that'll be a requirement to become a police officer? And she said, you know, son, based on the videos I've seen online, highly unlikely. And I told her, I said, Mom, but gosh, you sure that I'd be qualified for that? And she says, yeah, you have everything you need, a short fuse, a hot temper, an inability to read, write, or comprehend much of anything. You're a real piece of shit. You're not very smart, but you're good at hurting people. You're perfectly qualified, son. And I said, wow, Mom, thanks.
I'm actually waiting right now to head in just a few minutes here to fill out an application here. They're getting somebody to help me. I'm going to need help filling out the application since I'm not a real good reader and writer. Mama wrote me a letter of recommendation and everything. So I got a letter of recommendation from my mama. We're just waiting on the HR guy to help me fill out the application and whatnot. I'll let you guys know if I get the job, y'all. How are you, man? Doing good. I'm going to be real excited to be the chief of police out here.
Yeah.
And do you have a referral?
Yeah, I do. I got this. Is a letter of recommendation. It's from my mom.
Okay.
And I can rip that off and you can...
I'll take photocopy.
Okay. That's fine. I'm not as good at reading and writing, so she kind of wrote down my positive attributes there. Reliable. When I show up, I'm pretty reliable.
When you show up?
Yeah. Like 1/3 of the time. Thank you, sir.
Okay, your desired salary?
Desired salary? Well, I don't know.
You want to know when it started?
Yeah. I guess my mom didn't tell me what I should say for that.
It's $54,080.
Woo! I've never made that much money before. $54,080?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take it, man.
When are you available for work?
I can start tomorrow as long as I don't drink tonight.
Chief?
Yeah.
Okay, special skills, certification, and licenses. You have a typing speed or software programs you know?
I've got some special skills that'll probably make me a good fit for the job. I'm willing to shoot anybody. Women, children, grandmas. I will shoot anyone for officer safety. No limits. For officer safety, I'd shoot a baby. I think that's something that really makes me stand out for the position. I do have sudden, uncontrollable, violent outbursts, and a lot of times those are like, I'm almost blacked out. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what I'm doing. Just be hurting people. That's probably a couple pretty good ones there.
Yeah.
I think. So.
Cool. So that's it with the application part. We'll need you to sign it, but
okay.
There's also the background check.
Okay. I probably should have asked this before we started, but I did have some questions to ask you if that's okay.
Yeah, if I have the answers, I can answer them.
How much do I get paid for doing the application?
No.
Oh, there's no pay for that?
No.
There's no pay for doing the application? Damn. Shoot, I was hoping to go home with money in my pocket today to buy a tall boy or something, you know what I mean? Well, all right. When will I know if I got hired?
We have to run you through the council. First, we have to process this to see if you even qualify, because if you meet the minimum qualifications, then we can process you even further.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I got this in the bag.
Yeah, the soonest is will be the 5th. That would be the soonest possibility.
Okay. So the other thing is, like I think I told you earlier, my mom told me I need to get a job or get kicked out of the basement. Is there any chance that I could get my first check a little early?
No, we typically don't do that.
Okay. Yeah. And also, I don't have a bank account since I told you I don't use that social security number. Is there any way that you guys could pay me in either cash or weed?
No, you'd have to go through our books. So our books would require either a direct deposit or a check.
All right. Could I have the check cut to you and you just buy weed to pay me?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. If I get hired, do I get a car?
Yes.
Do I? At what point in the process do I get the gun?
Probably day one.
Day one?
Yeah.
Like today?
Well, no, day one after you get hired.
Oh, I thought
you get sworn in.
Okay, so not after I fill out the application.
No, after you let's get sworn in.
Okay. Do I get a taser as well?
Yes.
Okay, so that's something I'm probably going to have an issue with, and I'll just bring it up right now so that it's kind of out in the open. I'm not a big fan of tasers.
Okay, well, as a chief of police, that'll be your option.
Okay, so I don't have to carry the taser?
No.
Could I carry 2 guns instead?
That'll be your option.
One on each side?
Yeah, that'll be your option.
Okay.
I
great.
believe. We would have to. I don't manage that department. The department head does, but the chief of police is the department head. So he would create his own policies to. If he wants to carry 2 guns.
So I can make my own rules about it.
Yeah, we have to run all policies through council.
Oh, okay. Well, I hate that.
Yeah.
I just want to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I remember going home that day and just feeling like $1 million. I mean, I knew I had this job in the bag. And a day went by and they didn't call me back. A week went by, they didn't call me back. A month went by, they didn't call me back. And I started to realize that for some reason they weren't going to call me. And that broke me. I had spent, most of my life trying to become the piece of shit that I needed to be to get this job. And I didn't get it. So while the threshold and the expectations to become a police officer are incredibly low, I guess I couldn't even meet those standards. And so I knew I needed to get into something that had absolutely no standards whatsoever. So I went down to my local welfare office, I got myself a free government-issued cell phone, and I became a First Amendment auditor. And the cool thing about being a First Amendment auditor is that nobody can tell you that you're not, right? Because it's a lot like gender identity. You identify as a certain thing, and so nobody can tell you that you're not. And so since then, I've actually really come up in the world. I'm no longer living in my mom's basement. I actually kicked her out of the master bedroom. I took it and sent her to... Mom! Quiet! I'm trying to make a video!